Have you ever wondered, despite everything you achieve, why life sometimes still feels empty? Why even when we have everything we thought we wanted, there's still a lingering feeling that something is missing? Imagine you're climbing a steep mountain, pushing yourself to reach the summit, believing that view from the top will make everything worthwhile. But what if, after all that struggle, you reach the peak only to realize you were climbing the wrong mountain? Isn't that a thought that shakes you to the core? Today, we're diving into some of the most powerful and transformative quotes about life, ideas that have been passed down through generations and hold the power to change how you see your world. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference, that you have lived and lived well." Think about that for a moment. In a world that constantly pushes us to chase happiness, to chase success, Emerson reminds us that life is about something far greater. It's about leaving a mark, creating a legacy, making a difference. Imagine a person who spent their whole life gathering wealth, status and fame. From the outside, they seem to have it all. But inside, they feel a hollow emptiness. They've achieved everything society said they should, yet fulfillment feels just out of reach. The truth is, they climbed the wrong mountain. They mistook pleasure for purpose. Sometimes we think life's goal is to be constantly happy, but that's where the illusion lies. Life's true essence is found in the ways we lift others, the kindness we show, the moments we spend serving something bigger than ourselves. When we start asking, how can I be useful? How can I make a difference? Life transforms in ways we never expected. Another powerful voice, the great poet Rumi, said, "You were born with wings. Why prefer to crawl through life?" And this is a quote that challenges us to wake up and see our true potential. Each one of us has greatness within, but sometimes we allow fear, self-doubt, or the opinions of others to clip our wings. It's easy to play small, to stay within the boundaries of what's familiar. But imagine a bird that's never experienced flight, always looking at the sky, yet never daring to spread its wings. We too get caught up in routines, staying safe in our comfort zones, while deep down there's a part of us that knows we were meant for something more. Why do we settle? Why do we choose to crawl through life when we were meant to soar? Because the fear of failure often feels stronger than the desire to succeed. But here's the truth. Failure is simply a stepping stone. When we look back, most of us regret the chances we didn't take far more than the times we stumbled. So what if, from today, you decide to spread your wings? What if you chose to live a life that's fearless, bold and true to who you are? Let's go deeper with another thought-provoking quote by Viktor Frankl, a man who survived unimaginable horrors in a concentration camp yet emerged with a profound understanding of life. He said, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." And this quote reminds us that while we may not control the events around us, we can control our response. Life is unpredictable. People we trust may let us down. Dreams we build may shatter, and situations we hoped would last forever may vanish. But in these moments, we have a choice to become bitter or to become better. Picture this: a person loses everything they've worked for. They could easily sink into despair, feel like the world is unfair, and give up. Yet there's another choice. They can choose resilience, pick up the pieces, and start again. Life's challenges test our strength and reveal the depth of our character. It's often in the face of adversity that we discover our true selves. Another timeless piece of wisdom comes from Confucius, who said, "It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop." In today's world, we're pressured to succeed quickly, to have everything figured out by a certain age. But life is not a race, it's a journey. Progress, no matter how small, is still progress. Imagine a young artist who dreams of creating masterpieces, but feels discouraged because their first works aren't perfect. They could quit, feeling they'll never reach their goal. Or they could keep going, improving a little every day, understanding that greatness is built over time. Success doesn't come to those who rush. It comes to those who are patient, who keep moving forward, even when the road is long and the path is unclear. Another powerful reminder comes from the Buddha, who said, "Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without." So often we chase after things, money, relationships, achievements, believing they will bring us happiness and peace. But true peace is an internal state. Picture a lake that's perfectly still. Even if there's chaos all around, the lake remains calm at its core. In the same way, we need to find a place of peace within us, a place that's untouched by the ups and downs of life. When we stop looking for validation outside and start finding contentment within, we discover a strength that nothing can shake. In the words of Maya Angelou, people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel. Life at its core is about connection. No matter how successful we become, it's the relationships we build, the kindness we show, and the compassion we extend that leave a lasting legacy. Imagine someone who spends their whole life amassing wealth, but never stops to lend a helping hand. In the end, what will people remember? Our words and actions fade over time, but the warmth of kindness lingers in the hearts of others. So if we truly want to make an impact, let's focus on how we make people feel. Let's spread love, show compassion, and be a source of light. As we wrap up this journey through life's wisdom, remember this: life is a gift, an incredible, fleeting, precious gift. It's easy to get caught up in the mundane, the daily grind, and forget to live fully. But each day, each moment, is a chance to create something meaningful. Every sunrise brings with it a new opportunity to grow, to love, to be better than we were yesterday. Think of life as a blank canvas, and every choice, every action is a brushstroke. We get to paint our own masterpiece, one decision at a time. One of my favorite quotes that beautifully captures this idea is from Steve Jobs, who once said, "Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life." Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. But how many of us are living according to someone else's expectations? We let society, family, friends, and even strangers dictate how we should live. But when we do that, we lose touch with our true selves. Imagine reaching the end of your life and realizing you spent it trying to fulfill other people's dreams instead of your own. Isn't that a terrifying thought? Living authentically means honoring your own path, listening to that voice within that knows what's right for you. It means having the courage to say no when something doesn't align with your values, even if it's difficult. We all have a unique purpose, a role only we can fulfill, so let's honor it. Let's stop living for others and start living for ourselves. Now think about this quote from Albert Einstein. A person who never made a mistake, never tried anything new. It's so easy to get paralyzed by the fear of failure. We don't want to look foolish, so we avoid risks, but by doing so, we limit our potential. Imagine a child who's learning to walk. They stumble, they fall, but they keep going because they know that falling is part of the journey. As adults, we forget this simple truth. We start believing that mistakes define us, that failure is something to be ashamed of. But failure is a teacher. It's through our mistakes that we learn, grow, and evolve. So the next time fear tries to hold you back, remember that it's okay to fall, to stumble, to not have everything figured out. What matters is that you keep trying, keep learning, and keep moving forward. Life isn't about avoiding mistakes. It's about embracing them and finding the lessons they hold. Then there's this powerful insight from Helen Keller. Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. Imagine living a life where every day feels like an adventure, filled with wonder, curiosity, and a willingness to explore the unknown. Too often we settle for routines, for the familiar, because it feels safe. But deep down, our souls crave adventure. We long to experience the thrill of the unknown, to step out of our comfort zones, to challenge ourselves in new ways. Living life as an adventure doesn't mean we have to take big, bold risks all the time. It's about seeing each day as an opportunity to grow, to experience, to learn something new. It's about saying yes to life, even when it scares us. Because when we live this way, life becomes richer, fuller, and infinitely more rewarding. There's another quote that reminds us of life's true value by the ancient philosopher Seneca, who said, "As long as you live, keep learning how to live." Life is a journey of continual learning, of constant growth. We are never finished, never complete. Each day, each experience, each interaction teaches us something new. And the beauty of life lies in this endless discovery. Imagine someone who believes they know everything, who thinks they have life all figured out. They become stagnant, closed off to new ideas, to new perspectives. But those who embrace life as a school, who are always open to learning and evolving, they are the ones who truly live. They approach each day with humility, curiosity, and a sense of wonder. They understand that life isn't about reaching some final destination. It's about embracing the journey, with all its twists and turns. And in the end, perhaps one of the most profound quotes to remember is this: "We do not remember days, we remember moments." This reminds us that life is made up of fleeting, beautiful moments, small pockets of time that hold immense meaning. Think about the moments that have shaped you, the laughter shared with loved ones, the quiet sunset you watched, the times you felt deeply connected to someone else. These are the moments that make life worth living, the memories that stay with us long after everything else fades. So as you move forward, remember to savor those moments. Life is short and time is a precious gift. Let's not get so caught up in the rush that we miss the beauty of each passing moment. Let's live with purpose, with passion, and with an open heart. Let's be courageous enough to follow our own path, even when it's difficult. Let's embrace mistakes as teachers and see each day as a chance to become a little better, a little kinder, a little more alive. Because in the end, life isn't measured by the things we accumulate, but by the love we give, the lessons we learn, and the legacy we leave behind. So here's my question to you. What kind of legacy do you want to leave? What moments do you want to create? And how will you live each day to make it meaningful? These are the questions that define our lives. When you think about it, life isn't about the years we have. It's about the depth with which we live them. You could live for 100 years and still feel like something's missing. Or you could live a single day with such passion, purpose, and presence that it feels like an entire lifetime. That's the power of living intentionally, of choosing in each moment to be fully here, to experience life without holding back. One powerful reminder comes from John Lennon, who said, "Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans." How many times have we gotten so wrapped up in our future goals or past regrets that we miss the beauty of what's right in front of us? We're so busy planning for tomorrow, for next year, or for the next stage of life that we forget to actually live today. But what if we made a choice to be present, to appreciate each moment for what it is, a gift that will never come again? Imagine waking up each day and, instead of rushing into a routine, pausing for a moment to feel grateful, to notice the sunlight streaming through the window, the quiet sounds of the morning, the stillness before the day begins, to really breathe, to feel alive, to appreciate the simple, often overlooked wonders around us. Because, in the end, life is made up of these small moments that seem ordinary, but hold extraordinary beauty if we're present enough to notice. Another profound thought comes from the poet Mary Oliver, who asked, "Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life?" And that single question has inspired countless people to reflect deeply on how they're living. Imagine if every morning you asked yourself this question. How would it change the way you live? Would you still hold back, waiting for a better time to pursue your dreams? Or would you dive in fully, knowing that this is your one chance? Each of us has a choice in how we live. We can choose to be guided by fear, by the opinions of others, by a need for security. Or we can choose to live boldly, embracing each day as an adventure. We can let go of what others think, stop chasing empty goals, and focus instead on what makes us feel alive, what fills our hearts with purpose. Because that's what life is really about. Finding what makes us come alive, and having the courage to pursue it wholeheartedly. And as the famous line goes, life is not measured by the breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away. When was the last time something truly took your breath away? Not because it was extravagant, but because it touched you in a way that words couldn't capture. Maybe it was a breathtaking view, a powerful conversation, or a moment of pure joy. These are the moments that define us, that stay with us, and that make life truly worth living. So let's not wait for someday to start living fully. Let's not put off our dreams or wait for the perfect moment. Because the truth is, life is happening right now, and every moment is perfect in its own way. If we wait too long, we might find ourselves looking back with regret, wondering why we didn't take that leap, why we didn't live the way we truly wanted to. As we reflect on these words of wisdom, let's make a commitment to live more intentionally, to embrace life's highs and lows with grace, to pursue our dreams without fear, and to cherish the moments that make us feel truly alive. Let's wake up each day with a renewed sense of purpose, a heart full of gratitude, and a determination to make the most of this wild, precious and beautiful life. Because in the end, the greatest gift we can give ourselves is a life well lived, a life that, when we look back, we're proud of, a life that was filled with love, meaning and joy. So, here's my last question to you. Are you ready to live that life? Are you ready to make each moment count? To live without regrets? And to be the person you were truly meant to be? Because if you are, then today is the perfect day to start. Life is calling. Let's answer it with courage, with passion, and with an open heart. And as we answer this call, let's remember that the journey won't always be easy. There will be days when doubts creep in, when fear makes us hesitate, and when the path ahead seems uncertain. But that's the beauty of life. Every challenge, every setback is an invitation to grow, to dig deeper, to find a strength we didn't know we had. Think about it. The moments we're most proud of often come from times when we pushed through the struggle, when we refused to give up, even when the odds were against us. Those are the moments that reveal who we truly are. One of the wisest perspectives on this journey comes from the poet Rumi, who wrote, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." It's such a profound reminder that our struggles, our heartbreaks, our failures are not in vain. They are teachers, guides, sources of wisdom that shape us into who we are meant to be. So when life feels heavy, when things don't go as planned, remember that these moments are not the end. They're the beginning of something new, an opportunity for us to transform, to rise stronger, and to find meaning even in our pain. And it's in this resilience, this ability to find light even in darkness, that we discover the power of hope. Hope is more than just wishful thinking. It's a choice we make, a decision to believe in a better tomorrow, even when today is difficult. It's what keeps us moving forward, what fuels our dreams, and what reminds us that no matter how tough things get, there's always something worth fighting for. Think of it this way: every storm eventually passes, and every night gives way to a new dawn. So hold on, keep the faith, and know that brighter days are ahead. Then there's the power of kindness, something so simple, yet so transformative. It's easy to underestimate the impact of a kind word, a helping hand, or a moment of empathy. But kindness has a ripple effect. A single act of compassion can touch lives in ways we may never see. In a world that can sometimes feel cold and indifferent, kindness is a warm light that reminds us of our shared humanity. As the Dalai Lama said, "Be kind whenever possible." It is always possible. Imagine a world where we all lived by those words, where we saw every person as worthy of kindness and respect. It's a choice we can make every day, a gift we can give to ourselves and to others. Another powerful lesson in life is to let go of what we cannot control. So often we find ourselves trying to change things that are beyond our power, other people's opinions, past mistakes, or outcomes we cannot predict. But true peace comes from surrender, from understanding that while we cannot control everything, we can control our response, our attitude, and our choices. It's freeing to realize that we don't have to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. We can let go of the things that drain us and focus on the things that truly matter. And as we move forward, let's not forget to dream big. Life is too short to play small, to settle for less than what we're capable of. As Les Brown said, shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. When we dare to dream, we open ourselves up to possibilities beyond our wildest imagination. We begin to see life not just as it is, but as it could be. And while the journey toward our dreams may be challenging, every step is worth it, because every step brings us closer to living a life that feels true to who we are. But dreaming big also means embracing change. Change is a constant and inevitable part of life, and while it can be unsettling, it's also where growth happens. As we journey through life, we're meant to evolve, to let go of the past, and to embrace new chapters. Change is not something to fear. It's something to celebrate, a sign that we're alive, that we're learning, and that we're ready for whatever life has in store. So as we reach the end of this reflection, let's carry these lessons with us. Let's remember to live fully, to love deeply, to face our fears, and to pursue our dreams with courage. Let's be grateful for each day, for the people who make life beautiful, and for the chance to be here, to experience the wonder of it all. And as you walk this path, remember that you are not alone. We are all on this journey together, each of us seeking purpose, meaning, and connection. So let's support each other, lift each other up, and share the light. that we carry within. Because in the end, life is about more than just existing. It's about creating a life that feels rich with love, joy, and purpose. So, as we close, I leave you with one last question. What will you do with this one precious life? How will you make it count? The answers lie within you, waiting to be discovered. So go out there, live boldly, love fiercely, and let your life be a beautiful, unforgettable journey. Thank you for listening, and may your path be filled with endless joy, courage, and light.